Yeah, probably. Of course, who knows? It still won't be as bad as what the J6ers are enduring right now in the DC gulag, but I had to throw that in there.
All right, guys, 8:23 here at KFYR. We'll still have you around here coming up in the latter part of this hour. Got to get to Dakota Farm and Ranch Report, our farm field forecasts as well. What kind of things we look forward to here later on this hour that we'll keep talking about?
Well, we're going to talk about the North Dakota State Fair put in metal detectors, which will infringe on your Second Amendment rights. And, of course, we're going to talk about an AR15 raffle taking place out in Michigan by a church. And Mike will have that for you on the other side.
All right, all that and more coming up. It's Guns of the 701 here on KFYR.
Your KFYR Farm Field Forecast is brought to you by Northwest Tire, General Equipment and Supplies, Poland Steel of Jamestown, and Dakota Legacy Initiative.
Good morning. Here is your AccuWeather Farm Field Forecast. Today, sunshine, hot day, the high 96. Winds will be from the southeast with the wind speed at 7 miles per hour. Humidity at 76%. The dew point at 63. Soil temperature at 74. Sunrise at 6:02 a.m. The sunset at 9:35 p.m. That's your Farm Field Forecast. I'm Steve Williams for AccuWeather.
Right now, 67.
It's Mitchell in the morning, KFYR 550.
Farm Bureau launches the Veteran Farmer Award of Excellence. It's coming up next on the Dakota Farm and Ranch Report.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas, September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. That's AXS.com.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of the 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
There are more identity threats than you realize. Even if you monitor your credit, only a little personal info needs to leak out, like your social security number or password.
Or you to become a victim.
LifeLock alerts you to threats you could miss. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year with promo code NEWS. Go to LifeLock.com.
The Dakota Farm and Ranch Report, I'm Scott Bachmeyer. American Farm Bureau Federation is seeking applicants for the new Veteran Farmer Award of Excellence, sponsored by Farm Credit. Logan Yearsley, Director of Member Engagement for Farm Bureau, talks about why the organization established this award.
We are wanting to elevate and celebrate those who have served our country and continue to do so through involvement in agriculture and community, really thanking those who served our country and continue to serve agriculture.
Yearsley says applications will be reviewed on based of excellence in farming and community impact.
There's two main areas for the Veteran Farmer Award of American Farm Bureau that we're really looking for, and that is involvement in agriculture. So in some way, they have been working in an agricultural related enterprise, business, farm, ranch, something related to agriculture, and that they have been involved and an attribute to their local community.
He says the winner will receive a monetary award sponsored by Farm Credit, along with travel expenses to attend American Farm Bureau Federation's upcoming convention.
So we are excited to announce that the recipient of this year's Veteran Farmer Award of Excellence will receive a $10,000 recognition and a up to $5,000 reimbursement for them and a guest to attend the 2025 Convention for American Farm Bureau in San Antonio, Texas.
Applicants are not required to be Farm Bureau members, and they could apply themselves or they can be nominated. Applications are due by August 30th. Learn more at fb.org. With the Dakota Farm and Ranch Report, I'm Scott Bachmeyer.
KFYR, your ag authority.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas, September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. That's AXS.com.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of the 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
When it comes to renting out your property, the uncertainty of finding reliable tenants can feel like a real guessing game. Responsible renter or perpetual party animal. Enter Renter's Warehouse, the pros who turn the uncertainty of finding great tenants into peace of mind. Renters Warehouse offers top-notch leasing and tenant placement services, ensuring you get trustworthy renters without the hassles and headaches. With no upfront fees, Renters Warehouse works for you, not the other way around. From marketing and showing your property to screening tenants and preparing the lease, their team of experts handles it all so you can sit back and watch the rent roll in. Renters Warehouse even warranties their tenants for up to 18 months at no extra cost. And if you need ongoing management, they've got you covered too, all for a flat monthly fee. Visit renterswarehouse.com to request a free rental price analysis. That's renterswarehouse.com. Or call 952-444-6996 to speak to a rent estate advisor today.
You sailed beyond the horizon in search of an island scrubbed from every map. You battled krakens. You navigated through storms. Your spade struck the lid of a long-lost treasure chest, while you cooked up a lasagna. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling adventure stories on Audible.
My dad works in B2B marketing, but I never really knew what that meant. Then one day my dad came by my school for career day and told everyone in my class he was a big MQL man. Then he just kept saying things like, the more MQLs the better, over and over. My friends still laugh at me to this day. I think it means Marketing Qualified Lead. One thing's for sure, I'll be known as the MQL man's kid for the rest of my days. Why couldn't you just be a fireman or a lawyer? Why? You ruined my life, Dad.
Not everyone gets B2B, but LinkedIn has the people who do. And with ads on LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people based on job title, industry, likelihood to buy, and more. Start converting your B2B audience into high-quality leads today. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/credit to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be. To be.
Hi, I'm Brady Brunsvold. And I'm Paul Myers from Legacy Wealth Management. Legacy Wealth Management is the place in Bismarck, Mandan for you to go if you have questions about your retirement, your investments, or the stock market.
And now we are definitely your 401k retirement plan rollover specialists.
If there are changes coming your way at work, or if you're planning to retire soon, you need to come visit us at Legacy about your 401k or retirement plan.
And be sure to tune in to Investment Talk for up-to-date retirement and investment information every Sunday morning from 8:35 to 9:30 right here on KFYR.
Folks, go ahead and advertise with Todd Mitchell on 550 because he definitely drives people through the door. He will drive footprints to your front door. I guarantee it, okay? Because it's true, okay?
Okay. Mitchell in the Morning, KFYR, 550, 99.7 at iHeartRadio.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. The unstoppable President Joe Biden making clear he's staying in the presidential race at his NATO news conference and explaining the governor's report that he doesn't want to do events at night.
I always have an inclination, whether I was playing sports or doing politics, just to keep going, not stop. I just got to pace myself a little more.
But his support slipping. 3 more House Democrats calling on him to withdraw from the race. That's 17. After Biden introduced Ukraine's president as President Putin and called Kamala Harris Vice President Trump. Donald Trump posting on Truth Social, "Great job, Joe." President Biden with a campaign rally in Detroit today. Butler County, Pennsylvania hosting a Trump rally Saturday ahead of next week's Republican National Convention. RNC Chair Laura Trump tells Fox, "We have a message America will want to hear." America is listening to Fox News.
And now, from North Dakota's News Authority, Jesse Rostvent, KFYR Radio News.
Good morning. Will still be very warm for much of the northern plains today and continuing through the weekend. AccuWeather calling for a high of 96 in Bismarck today. Overnight lows still warm into the 60s only for the region this weekend. Humid conditions expected for most of the region through the next few days. On and off chances for showers and thunderstorms continuing to be mainly in the evening and overnight hours expected through this weekend as a few strong to severe storms are expected. 41-year-old Bismarck man was arrested by Bismarck police as the UAS team, K-9 team, and West Dakota SWAT all included after a standoff with Daryl White Lightning that lasted more than several hours. And at 4:09 p.m. yesterday, officer on routine patrol attempted to stop a male riding a bicycle when he fled on foot. Officers were able to identify the man as White Lightning and confirm that he had warrants for his arrest from an incident on July 11th. While White Lightning continued to flee, eventually entering a residence in the 1000 block of Summit Boulevard. Officers found evidence that White Lightning entered the attic of the residence. Arrest warrant was issued. UAS team and West Dakota SWAT were called to the scene. Numerous announcements were made for White Lightning to come out, and with assistance from the Bismarck Fire Department, West Dakota SWAT located White Lightning in the attic. Then around 11:25 last night, he was taken into custody without incident, was transported to Burley Morton Detention Center, held on charges of burglary, 2 counts of theft of property, fleeing a peace officer in a motor vehicle, 3 counts of refusal to halt, reckless endangerment, and driving under suspension. Additional charges are pending with Burley County State's Attorney's Office. Child is hospitalized after being hit by a vehicle in Minot. Police say a 13-year-old victim was riding a bike along 4th Avenue Northwest yesterday afternoon when the child was hit by a passing motorist. The victim suffered serious injuries. U.S. Navy announcing a contract with Ideal Aerosmith for development of unmanned aerial systems technology. And the U.S. Senator Kevin Cramer made some comments on it yesterday.
Well, the unmanned aerial systems ecosystem that's been developed in North Dakota and is being developed in North Dakota, as we know, contributes mightily to how we defend the nation. And that this particular contract to Ideal Aerosmith is a recognition of that excellence. It's contributing obviously to the ascension of Grand Forks as a premier unmanned aerial systems hub. It's a dynamic time. It's an indication of how dynamic a time it is, but it also becomes not just a trophy of an accomplishment, but it becomes a marketing tool to other people within the industry, government agencies, the military, the aerospace industry, students from around the country and the world that are looking to get into to this type of high-tech enterprise and opportunity. So congratulations to Ideal. It's always my honor to showcase Grand Forks to industry and to our government partners. And this is just the latest in what I expect will be many, many more.
Most violent crime down in Mandan. That's according to the 2023 crime statistics report released by the Mandan Police Department, which found that sexual offenses, arson, and homicides all decreased last year, but assault offenses increasing by 18%. Report also shows calls for service increased by around 5,000 more in 2023 compared to the previous year. It's 8:35 here at KFYR. We'll take another look at the AccuWeather forecast of next.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial-free every weekend. Enjoy the greatest 70s and 80s smooth, soft rock. Just open the app, search Yacht Rock, and listen now. iHeartRadio, free, never sounded so good.
Gain presents a tale of longing and long-lasting scent. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Add Gain scent beads for an even longer-lasting scent.
There are more identity threats than you realize. Even if you monitor your credit, only a little personal info needs to leak out, like your social security number or password.
For you to become a victim.
LifeLock alerts you to threats you could miss. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated US-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year with promo code NEWS. Go to lifelock.com.
Build a stronger future with Veeam, the global leader in data protection and ransomware recovery. Protect and restore any workload, anywhere, anytime, instantly, and get comprehensive recovery and tailored solutions that scale with you. Visit VEEAM.com to learn more. Veeam, radical resilience starts here.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. Mostly sunny, a hot day. The high today at 96. For this evening, a thunderstorm in the area. Otherwise, partly cloudy and humid. Those thunderstorms could bring some hail and damaging wind. Low 64. For tomorrow, partly sunny, warm, and humid. A severe thunderstorm for the afternoon. Downpours, hail, and damaging wind a possibility. The high tomorrow at 92. Plan with confidence. Check out AccuWeather.com today. With your AccuWeather forecast, I'm Steve Williams.
Yesterday's high in Bismarck was 89, the low 61. Average high and low this time of year, 84 and 58. Record high of 105 set on this day in 2006. Sunset tonight, 9:35. Sunrise tomorrow morning, 6:03. Right now in Bismarck, clear and sunny sky. Light breeze out of the east. It is 67. I'm Jesse Rostvat, KFYR Radio, your news and weather authority. 8:38 here at KFYR again. Dakota Mornings coming up after 9 o'clock with Michael Bell. Also, that keyword to win some cash here. You can listen on KFYR keyword starting after 9 o'clock. A different keyword each hour on the way, as well as those got started back up here this week. Clay Travis, Buck Sexton Show at 11:06 will take us into the KFYR Cafe between 3 and 5 this afternoon with the Freedom Friday. 8:38, more Guns in the 701 coming up.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial free every weekend. Enjoy the greatest 70s and 80s smooth, soft rock. Just open the app, search Yacht Rock, and listen now. iHeartRadio, free, never sounded so good.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this. Or this. Or even this. Oh, well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This podcast is sponsored by Ramp. Are you the decision maker in your company? Consider this. For the first time in decades, there's a better option for a corporate card and spend management platform. Meet Ramp, the only corporate card and spend management system designed to help you spend less money so you can make more. With Ramp, you get full visibility into your company's spending and control who spends what with each vendor. Ramp's software collects and verifies receipts instantly to save your team valuable time. Ramp automates data entry and routine tasks with automated approvals, expense categorization and bill payments, time-consuming tasks. Which means you'll stop wasteful spending and close your books in hours instead of days. Businesses that use Ramp add up to 5% to their bottom line the first year. If you're a decision maker, adding Ramp could be one of the best decisions you've ever made. Get $250 when you join Ramp for free. Just go to ramp.com/easy. Ramp.com/easy. RAMP.com/easy.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank and Celtic Bank, members FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
It's the Marketer's Report. Today, Capital One's Chief Brand Officer, Mark Mentry, weighs in on building loyalty with customers.
Capital One has really worked to create amazing access moments for our customers. We will do sound check parties that only Capital One cardholders can get access to, and we can't pull that off without iHeart.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips that you plan in advance, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends for which you make a group chat 3 months before so that nobody or anything is missing? Or your daughter's first birthday party. You planned it with such dedication that instead of the first, it felt like our 15s. The same way you plan each detail for those moments. Start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
8:41 here at KFYR, Mitchell in the morning, and again, Guns in the 701, as we do every Friday. And we had them earlier this hour. Mike and Clay joining us again here this week. And Clay, you touched on it earlier this hour. Things are going to look a little bit differently at the North Dakota State Fair, at least at the entry gate, each entry gate, won't they?
Yeah, and when I first heard this, I think Todd, maybe you guys both been talking about it since they decided to do this. So I did make a call, excuse me, into the North Dakota State Fair office. I wanted to see if I could get some information on it. The person I needed to talk to was not available. They were in a meeting. They're supposed to call me back. And, the person I did get a hold of, I basically asked, confirmed, and I said, well, what is the point of this? Oh, it's to keep everybody safe, to put metal detectors at the entrance. I said, so what you're doing in the state of North Dakota, which has constitutional carry, we have concealed carry permits, we have, Second Amendment enshrined in our state constitution, you want to deny my right to defense and infringe on my Second Amendment rights when I enter the state fairgrounds now. And she went silent. And said I had to talk to somebody else. So I don't have an answer as to why. I have a feeling I know why. What I was wondering, maybe Jesse, I don't know, but do they have somebody else that has taken over the operations, kind of like the North Dakota Country Fest over by New Salem, which, by the way, is also anti-Second Amendment. They don't allow any knives. They don't allow anybody to carry their firearms for self-defense or anything. So it's a gun-free zone. They're creating these soft targets, just like in the schools, and it does nobody any good. I don't know if the North Dakota State Fair is run completely by, say, the people that are employed there in the state, or if it's another operation out of state like it is ND Country Fest. I don't know. Do you have any?
Yeah, as far as your kind of original question there, I don't have any confirmation on who runs the show, if there's been any changes of leadership here recently for them. Okay. So like you had with the phone call with them, really no answer. Sorry.
I did get on there. No, that's okay. I did get on their website. I was looking to see what they have. A lot of these places will have their policy. The only thing I could find was that you could bring bags, things like purses, I suppose, fanny packs, backpacks, and they don't have to be clear, but they could be subject to search. They're not searching them necessarily, just subject to search. So I don't know, the metal detector thing, I've been seeing this pop up in different places, including the Civic Center in Bismarck. I've seen it down in Rapid City. I saw it in Sioux Falls back when I was an NRA rep. And I was able to at least fight it in South Dakota, because in South Dakota, if it's a building like that, say the Civic Center in Rapid City or the one in Sioux Falls, there's an actual state law, which we passed, that says that they can't do that on those kind of buildings because you have a right to carry and you have a right to openly have self-protection. So we were able to defeat it there. Now, if you got somebody that's a promoter putting on a venue, they can request it, and it's up to the facility then to decide whether they want to abide by that or not, or tell them to go pound sand and don't come. But that's entirely a private contract between rental of the facility versus the state law. So there's a little gray area there, but I don't know what North Dakota has on that. And I find it ironic that we have a state that promotes the Second Amendment. Like I said, we've enshrined it. It's actually written better in our state constitution than it is in the U.S. Constitution. And yet they're going to deny me and anybody else that wants to go into the state fair now, and basically their constitutional right to defense and their constitutional right to not be infringed upon on the Second Amendment. To me, it's crazy. Well, maybe you guys want to add anything to that. I don't know.
Well, and Mike, you had another story you wanted to get to, right?
Well, yeah. As a matter of fact, we were talking about the Michigan church that 4th of July special. They had a raffle for an AR15, and everybody's kind of throwing a fit about it. Then I started searching around, and I see there's a Tennessee church that did the same thing, raffled to celebrate the Independence Day and raise some money for the church. I know that my church, we did a 30-gun raffle over 30 days last November, raising it for the youth group going down for a church trip, and raised a lot of money for it. And everybody wants to freak out about it, but I'm like, well, you know what? We are all Second Amendment proponents, and you're going to find more of those inside church than anywhere else. And people want to freak out about it, but I'm like going, it's not like we're I don't know what they want to think. I mean, who cares what they want to think? As a matter of fact, it's like, this is one of those things where you'll get some groups that want to complain about things like this, but we're raising money. And, what is it your business inside my church, what we do? That's what I say. So, and one of the main things is like, we do our thing. And, if you've got a problem with it, well, don't go to our church. That's what I say. And so who knows? I mean, but it raises money for the church. It raises money for the youth campaigns that they've got going on. It's just absolutely silly that people want to throw such a fit on fundraisers like this and limit the amount of money they can make for different things that they're doing. But hey, like some of these churches have said, the giveaway is a broader effect to the effort for the church has been a blessing to the community. Of course, one of the many things they do, of course, is they raise monies for the youth groups, for different things in the church, for outreach programs, and it's just continues to be one of those things where everybody wants to clutch their pearls. Oh my gosh, I can't believe a church does this, but they're people. Church is full of people.
You know what I loved? What I loved is what the pastor said. He says, Jesus believes in personal protection. We hate it when we hear news about mass shootings. It grieves us in our heart, and we pray for those families. The solution to that type of crime, though, in society is not for good people who are doing it in the right way to be unarmed. And I thought that was perfect. That come right from the pastor. And talk about meshing. The First Amendment, you have the freedom of speech plus the freedom of religion along with the other three in there. And the Second Amendment. To me, I'd be calling it the Freedom Raffle or something like that. So, yeah, I love it. I think it's great.
Yep, it was fantastic. So it was good. It should be done more.
Guns of the 701 every Friday here on Mitchell in the Morning on KFYR. And again, guys, not just Fridays, right? Other shows, other podcasts. If anybody wants to find more, where can they get it?
Well, you can get it at gunsofthe701.com. I got to announce also we're going to be on Dakota Mornings next week, Jamie and I, with Mike at the 10 o'clock hour Central. So tune in because we're going to be talking some great things. I think we're also going to talk about ammo vending machines next week. So, but every Wednesday night, our own show, 6 p.m. Mountain, 7 p.m. Central, and then every single Friday right here on KFYR at 7:15 Mountain, 8:15 Central in the morning, and of course on iHeart.com.
And of course, you can always find it, Guns in the 701, on the iHeart Radio app. Thanks again, guys. Have a good weekend. Stay cool. I know it's plenty warm. Talk to you next week.
Thank you. Bye.
Coming up on 8:50 here at KFYR, we'll celebrate some birthdays. One last chance again. If you want to get somebody in the running for some prizes, call 258-0550 or 800-228-0550. As well as the Fox Business Report and another look at the AccuWeather forecast before we get to Dakota Mornings.